Hello again, everyone. Welcome to INTV's coverage of Wauseon High School football. I'm Steve Haas. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play along with my good friend Mark Ellenwood doing the color for tonight's game against the visiting Archbold Blue Streaks. The Streaks come in 1-6. Wauseon's at 6-2, trying to keep their league championship dream and possible playoff hopes alive. Mark, this is likely to be the last time these seniors will be playing on Harmon Field, with the top 4 teams in the playoff computer points hosting first-round games. Indians come in ranked 9th this week in computer points behind Rossford. Top 8 teams make it to the playoffs, so it's not likely that the Indians would be able to host a playoff game, and that would be pending a win next week, this week and next week, over Archbold and Patrick Henry.
Yeah, you'd certainly think the Indians are going to have to win out, Steve, to make the playoffs, and that'd pick up a lot of points for them next week with a win this week and a win next week. But you're absolutely right about that. Seniors playing their last game. Tonight is senior night here at Harmon Field for the 2005 Indian football seniors. They're going to be playing their last game, like I said, against Archbold and on Harmon Field tonight, possibly. So let me let you know who they are. We'll give a little honor to these guys. Number 1, Raymond Martinez. Number 4, Aaron Emmons. Number 9, Zach Garrow. Number 21, Jake Unger. Number 26, Corey DeGroff. Number 31, Robert Shirey. Number 44, Brad Myers. Number 51, Justin Hograve. Number 52, Josh Duncan. Number 53, Joe Amos. 56, Seth Schroeder. Number 58, Tony Hansen. Number 60, Jake Garvin. Number 71, Matt Lance. Number 72, Tim Burkholder. Number 81, Dustin Osborne. And number 88, Adam Shook. Seniors all. It's been great having them.
17 seniors.
That's a bunch of them.
Archbold is coached by John Downey. He's the dean of the NWOAL coaches with 27 years. This is his 27th year coaching.
He has been around a long time walking those sidelines.
Now, you guys might have thought Archbold had one more win this year, but they had one taken away from them. It had to do with a player that transferred into Archbold, and so they had to forfeit the game against Evergreen. So they come in with a 1-6 record, 2-4 in the league. Wauseon comes in 6-2, 5-1 in the league.
Last year the Indians won this one 6-0, took one at Archbold. And tonight, you're going to see a bunch of young guys going against a bunch of old veterans in Wauseon. So Archbold's really young, Steve.
Yeah, real young, but they got good numbers. They had 47 kids come out for the team, and they do not dress freshmen as some teams do. Okay, Wauseon won the toss, elected to receive and defend the west goal to start the game. Doing the kicking chores for the Blue Streaks is Zach Zimmerman. He tees it up back deep for Wauseon's Martinez, and
nice
Demeline, and Demeline's going to take it from inside the 5. Gets out over the 20, finds a seam, and he's going to be brought down at about the 24-yard line. So Indians will have it 1st and 10, set up shop from the 24. And this is always just a great rivalry game between these two teams that are only about 10 miles apart.
These guys have been battling it out for a lot of years. They've been battling it out for a lot of years, that's for sure. I think tonight, Steve, watch it up front. You're going to see Wauseon, see if Wauseon can dominate both sides of the ball on the line, and I think that'll be the story of the game. Big plays for Archbold, domination by the line for the Indians.
Okay, pitch on the first play goes to Myers. He gets out ahead for about a 4-yard gain on the carry. We get a chance, we'll set the offense for the Indians. At quarterback, we've got Aaron Emmons. Tight end on the left side, Elliot Mueller. He's got Kyle Borton beside him, Joe Amos, Seth Wise at center, Tony Hansen, and Tim Burkholder round out the offensive line. 2nd down and 6. Emmons hands off this time to Martinez, and he gets ahead for a short gain on the play. We'll give him a couple on the carry, bring up 3rd down and 4 for Wauseon. Josh Ross in on the tackle for the Blue Streaks. Ball on the Wauseon 30. Indians have it 3rd and 4. Aaron's under center. Back to throw. And Zach Garrow, the intended receiver.
Zach was pretty well covered out there in the right.
So that'll bring on the punt team for Wauseon. And Wauseon find a little tough here in the early going, trying to run on the Blue Streaks. 4th and 4. Martinez back in punt formation. Back to receive are Tyson Fruth and Jack Downey for the Blue Streaks. And nice high spiral. Gets the Wauseon roll. It's going to be taken by Fruth. Kind of an ill-advised play. Fruth took a chance, and he's brought down immediately.
Lucky he didn't have that stripped away from him as he went for that ball.
Yeah, that's a kind of punt you just stay back from and let it roll. Blue Streaks would have ended up in great field position with it regardless of the roll.
Now, if that had been college ball and he hadn't taken that, the commentators have been complaining that he let it roll and got out of the way.
Okay, Gene Gehring brings him up to the line for the Blue Streaks. Hands off to Skyver. Skyver, the leading rusher for the Blue Streaks this season, and he's stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10. We're going to see number 5, Gabe Garcia, in the backfield, along with Skyver and Jake Fiddler. Garcia, 160-pound, 5'9" sophomore. Skyver, a 5'7", 195-pound senior.
It's like the Indian defense is creeping up a little bit, going to test them on the run.
Fiddler goes in motion. Pitch goes to Garcia. He's out near the 1st down marker and has a 1st down and more. Gets the ball across midfield to the Indians' 48-yard line.
Big play there for the Blue Streaks.
So nice run that time by the 160-pound sophomore. Takes it into Wauseon territory. Archbold on the move here. Gets first down of the game. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 49.
Seems to me there's been a Garcia wearing that number 5 for a lot of years for the Blue Streaks.
Okay, Fiedler in motion this time. I believe the give went to Fiedler. We had Jack Downey in motion. And he gets ahead for a 5-yard gain on the play. So looking here in the early going, the Indians are going to have their work cut out for them tonight, Mark.
Well, that young Archbold line, nobody told them that they weren't supposed to be blowing anybody off the ball, so they're going to give it a shot and go for it.
Okay,
Miller, Trudell, and Warner right up the middle for Archbold.
Single set, bats back, trips to the right. They're going to give it up the middle to Skyver and gets ahead for a short gain on the play. We'll give him 2 on the carry. We'll bring up 3rd down and a long 2 for the Streaks. Gehring had a good game last week, but ran up against a pretty powerful Patrick Henry team. He was 13 of 24 for 272 yards passing with 2 TDs, but had 2 interceptions thrown in there. Okay, Downey goes in motion. Handoff goes to Garcia. And not much running room there.
Bobby Shire on the stop for the Indians. Looked like he was pretty excited about that. You think the Indians might be a little flat looking forward to next week?
Could be, Mark.
Never look past the blue streaks.
Well, streaks look like they're going to go for it here. It's 4th and a little over a yard to go from the Indians' 41. Fiedler and Skyver in the backfield. They give it to Skyver, and he gets out ahead for the first down. Hurdles over one of the linemen and gets enough for the first. Now move the chains.
That's got to give the blue streaks a little bit of momentum there.
Well, that's kind of a funny spot on the field where, you know, if you turn it over on downs, you set the Indians up with pretty good field position.
Well, that kicking game that Archbold has, they could have pinned us back.
Okay, Gehring looking back to throw. He's got a receiver out there. He's wide open, and that's going to be Isaiah Kiefer.
Touchdown.
And takes it in for the early score here against the Indians. Blue Streaks go up 6-0 with 7:03 to go here in the first quarter. So Kiefer got behind the defense. We'll check out the replay right after the extra point attempt here. Zimmerman to attempt the extra point kick. Indians got good penetration, but Zimmerman gets it up and good to make it 7-0. Archbold.
"37 yards out, they could throw the pass. And I don't know if there was miscoverage and miscommunication in the defensive backfield, or he seemed to be pretty wide open.
Well, Kiefer came out from his tight end position, so might have came out a little bit late.
Got the replay.
And the Indians just didn't pick him up. And Gehring puts the ball right on the money for 6.
That's how you draw it up.
So like we said, Indians going to have their work cut out for them tonight. This is a pretty decent offense. They're not young and inexperienced anymore. They've got 7 games behind them. Now, they did not play the first week of the season. They had a bye. They did not schedule a game with Sylvania Southview, which they've been playing most recently the first week of the season. Okay, Demline takes it at the 7. He's trying to find the corner around the left side, and he's going to be tackled and brought down inside the 20.
Looks like he might be hurt.
Thought they might have had his face mask. No call. The referee was standing right there by the play. And Dana's getting up just a little slow.
Well, we'll watch it on the replay.
Trainer's going to come out. And had him by the jersey there, there. I thought he might have had him by the face mask, but it could have been the jersey, and he probably got a little bit of the wind knocked out of him right there. He just needs some air, I think.
Swear to God they did, Randy.
He's setting up, so he's gonna get up and be all right.
Well, his legs acting up.
Well, that's not good. He's one of our faster backs. So Indians have it 1st and 10, ball on the 19, on their own 19. Emmons brings them up to the line. Give goes to
there he goes.
Myers up the middle, still on his feet, cuts across the middle, gets it across midfield down to the Archbold 49. On a nice run. We're going to check that one out on the replay. First back through, and that was just some good blocking on the line. So Indians rip off a big gainer here with 6:43 to go in the first. Wauseon trailing 7-0. Emmons Has him up the line. Give goes to Martinez. Hurdles over a tackler. And I tell you, Mark, he got the most out of that. I thought he should have been stopped about the line of scrimmage, and he gets it ahead. Probably for about a 4-yard gain just on his own effort there.
That second effort after he gets hit picks up another 3 yards for the versatile back.
And he's finally brought down by one of the defensive backs. Hey, 2nd and 6. Myers and Martinez in the backfield. Unger split to right, left. It's going to be Emmons on the keeper. Gets ahead for probably 4-yard gain here. Going to bring up 3rd and a long 2. As Seth Schroeder brings in the play from the sideline. Ball on the Archbold 42. Emmons looks it over. It's fumble on the snap, and Archbold says they've got it.
I believe they do.
And they do. Ball recovered by number 28, Josh Ross for the Blue Streaks.
Well, it looks like the Indians might be a little snake bit tonight.
Just got a little anxious on the play. Emmons backed out before he had the snap.
Yeah, that's not good this late in the season.
And it did not take a Wauseon bounce. So Blue Streaks take over at their own 40-yard line. Good field position. Handoff goes to Skyver. He gets out ahead for a 4-yard gain. So Indians defense also struggling a little bit here in the early going.
They seem to just be a little lackadaisical. Just not firing out like they did in the previous few weeks.
Well, this is getting to be a very mature Archbold team. They've got experience. They might be young, but now they've got a full year of experience. And boy, that ball might have come out. Gabe Garcia, the ball carrier, and one of the Indians had a hand on his arm that he was carrying the ball in. I thought it might have came out, but Garcia hangs on. No gain on, or little or no gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 4. Indians D needs to make a stop here.
This would be the place.
Don't let that turnover hurt you. Okay, gearing up the line, is going to give it to Garcia. Nothing doing there. Indians defense stuffs it for no gain, probably a half-yard loss on the play.
That's what I'd be looking for all night, to see the Indian defense step up like that, force the punt.
Brings up 4th down and 4, and Blue Streaks send in their punt team. Back to receives Ray Martinez for the Indians. And Andy Red doing the punting chores for the Blue Streaks. Gets it out of there. High spiral heading towards the sideline and goes out just inside the Wauseon 30.
Well, let's see if the Indians can get it going now.
So 3:27 to go here in the first quarter. Indians trail 7-0.
I don't think we thought we'd be saying that tonight.
No, we didn't. After a Gehring to Kiefer pass, 37 yards. Okay, late handoff goes to Myers and can't find any running room. Kind of looked like a delayed handoff or a draw.
Might have been a little mix-up in there. It just didn't develop like it should. Well, got to give the Blue Streak defense kudos on that.
Myers still managed to gain a yard on the play, bring up 2nd and 9. Myers and Martinez in the backfield. And Martinez with the ball finds some running room. No, that's Myers. Gets out ahead near the first down marker. It's going to be just a little short, though.
Oh, it's a double handoff. Ray to Unger.
Right you are, the Unger, the ball carrier.
Fooled everybody, including us.
It's a lot clearer on TV, isn't it? Gonna have to put on the specs, see if I can see any better. Okay, Emmons this time hands off to Myers, out past the first down marker. He's got a first down and more and takes it out near midfield. Going to be brought down at the 48.
That Blue Streak defensive line is really up on the ball. So Myers can get past that first.
Gets past that first wave.
Line of defenders. Yeah, he's gonna make some yardage.
Kiefer had a shot at him, but he stepped out of that tackle.
The big boys for the Indian offense are going to have to really get under these guys and move them out of the way. Even the linebackers are up for the Blue Streaks.
1st and 10, ball on the 48. Give goes to Martinez, steps outside and cuts it back in and gets ahead for a 4-yard gain on the carry. He's a scary runner because, if he cuts it outside, he can burn you on the corner, and if he cuts it back against the grain, he can take it a long way like that too. Give him a 5-yard gain on the carry, brings up 2nd and 5. Clock on the move, 1:16 to go here in the first quarter. Not much of a wind, a little bit of wind blowing from east to west. Indians heading into a slight breeze. Emmons with a pitch to Martinez.
That's the way
nice
to do
block out on the corner.
He's gone.
And Ray is going to take it to the house. Ray Martinez. A 47-yard touchdown run on the pitch play. And just like that, Indians are within a point of tying it up.
From our own 47. If we get a chance to see this on the replay, Steve, you're going to see that Archbold had 3 down defensive linemen, and they were all shifted to Wauseon's left, the opposite side from where we ran. And once Ray got around the end, he was gone.
Yeah, Myers put a nice block on the end to spring Ray on the play and seal off the corner.
It was green and foot race.
Unger's kick, extra point kick is up and good.
All right.
So that's a bright sign for the Indians, having the kicking game working here tonight on the extra point, and they tie it up at 7 apiece.
Here we go on the replay.
And
there's
Myers right there.
Myers. Aaron led a nice block downfield.
Josh Ross, number 28, had a hold of his shirt. I wish Ray tucked that shirt in. You don't want to give these guys anything to grab onto.
No point in doing that. So just like that, knotted up here at Harmon Field on senior night.
And it's shaping up to be kind of like we thought. Archbold hasn't laid down for anybody this year.
No, you were telling me they put the most points on PH this year as anybody has?
Yeah, nobody else has scored that many points. They scored 28 points against PH last week, and that's the most points that PH has given up to any team this season. Now, 2 of those scores were in the 4th quarter. And once the game was well under control, but still, Archbold put them up. Okay, back deep to receive. Garcia, Fiddler, and Downey. Myers with the kick off. It's mishandled at the 23 by Garcia, and he's going to be brought down.
He's kind of hog-tied, caught around the shoulders, just riding a steer and thrown down.
Brian Badenhop in on the tackle. We're tied up at 7 apiece with 48 ticks to go here in the first quarter. nice football night. Kind of a bit of a chill in the air.
Perfect.
Just perfect football weather. Good crowd turned out on the Wauseon side of the field. Okay, Gehring brings him up under center. He's going to keep it. Turns it upfield. And Hograve brings him down on the tackle, but not after he gets 5 yards on the carry. 2nd and 5 on the play.
You know, this long series these two teams have been playing, Steve, you have any favorites that you remember?
Well, I remember when it was Roars for Wauseon and Peterson for Archbold. That was a huge contest.
1983, Wauseon 27, Archbold 21 in a shootout at Spangler Field.
Yep, that one sticks out.
I kind of like the championship here, 93. I recall one of the 2 best hits I've seen in a high school football. Ben Myers was a guard or tackle on the Indian line, and Corey was rolling right or chased out of the pocket, and as the defender was chasing him down, he turned to come upfield chasing Corey, and Ben just sent the guy sailing. He never saw it.
Just launched him. I remember that one. Gehring on the keeper, gets it ahead for the first down.
Always been a big hitting game as long as I can remember between these two teams. I recall in my day of playing, I mean, there was pretty much a dislike on each team. Didn't like each other at all.
And I'm sure nothing's changed since then either. It's Archbold Wauseon. It's the Ohio State-Michigan game of Fulton County.
Yeah, well, that's the end of the first. We're tied up, 7-7.
Game's going by pretty quick.
I'll give it a little shout out here to our sponsors of INTV coverage. We sure appreciate you folks and all you do to keep us on the air. It'd be the Wauseon Homecoming Committee, St. Casper's Catholic Church, Wauseon Music Boosters, Don's Automotive Group, Wauseon Machine and Manufacturing, Wauseon Athletic Boosters. Special thanks to Bill Hammondtree.
And Bill Fischio. We sure appreciate you folks. Well, last week it was the Aaron Emmons show. He ran for 4 TDs on runs of 16, 4, 58, and 1 yards.
How about the big show we missed last week? That Fairview quarterback setting a state record.
Holy cow, and he only played really about 2 quarters.
2 for 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal performance by Mr. Jesse. Second and 8 for the Blue Streaks. Gehring brings him up. Fiedler in motion, and pitch goes to Garcia, and he hit initial contact.
Robert Shirey slowed him down a little bit, but just couldn't wrap him up. As strong as Bobby is, I think if he'd get a hold of you, he'd have you stop.
Okay, 4-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd and 3. Ball just short of the midfield stripe.
Just going over this Blue Streak roster, Steve, a lot of the younger guys are playing on the offense and mostly in the line for John Downey's Archbold Blue Streaks, and he's got his aged guys are playing on the defensive side of the ball. There's a pretty good mix of them, but most of his older guys, the veterans, are on the defensive side of the ball for the Blue Streaks, which isn't a bad place to have them.
Mm-hmm. takes a little bit, I don't know, if it just takes a little more smarts to play defense, maybe. You got to learn how to read plays, and some of that just comes with experience. Okay, Gehring's pass to Garcia goes incomplete. And Streaks punt, poor kick off the side of his foot, goes out of bounds at about the 35. Maybe even the 40. I think it's about the 35 where they're spotting it out. So not a very good punt by Andy Red.
You normally don't see that from the first team NWAL punter.
Only going to be a 10-yard punt for the Streaks. So Indians take over an excellent field position just over their own 40-yard line. Garrow and Unger this time split out wide to the right. Martinez and Meyer in the backfield. Give goes to Meyer. Pounds it ahead for a 3-yard gain. Ross in on the tackle for the Streaks.
Well, I think that was the first split offense we saw tonight for the Indians, where they brought these two guys out wide. Maybe they're going to try to loosen it up in the middle a little bit.
Same formation, Garrow and Unger split out wide to the right. Martinez and Meyer in the backfield. Pitch goes to Myers. Sheds it off the first tackler, but can't avoid the second one. And
big Zach
might
there.
not have even made it back to the line of scrimmage. Give him a half-yard loss on the carry.
Big Zach Zimmerman in there for the stop for the Blue Streaks.
7-7, we're knotted on the Wauseon Seniors, possibly their final home game here on Harmon Field. Might take some kind of a bit of a miracle to get into the playoffs and enter into the top 4 to be able to host a playoff game. Emmons drops back to throw, pressure being put on, and he's going to try the corner, and he's going to lose 2 on the carry. Might have been better served to throw that one away.
Well, he managed to avoid the big loss.
So that brings up 4th and 9. Could be a battle of field position here tonight, Mark. So far, Indians doing a little bit better job of punting the ball than the Streaks. Martinez back in punt formation. Back to receive is Tyson Fruth and Jack Downey. Good pressure put on by the Streaks. Nice high, long, deep punt by Martinez, and Fruth's going to let it bounce. Finally, it's down by
Unger.
Jake Unger.
Jake got on that.
Inside the 20, so great job. Nice punt. That's one of the better punts Ray's had all year right there.
That's how you want to do it.
Came at a good time, because this is going to be a battle of field position today. And the team that turns it over the least is probably going to come out the winner in this one. Indians already with 1 turnover on the game.
Well, we need to get a takeaway down here that work well for the Indians.
Okay, Streaks split 3 out left late. Back to throws Gehring. He's got Fiddler over the middle, and he's out ahead for a first down. So Indians going to have to come up with a defense to stop the passing game of the Streaks here. It's going to be a long night for them.
Well, I think the quarterback for the Blue Streaks has passed for over 1,000 yards, I believe, this year. It's just a sophomore, but he likes to wing the ball. And I think that could be where Wauseon might find itself in trouble tonight on some big plays if they get behind us like they did on that opening touchdown.
Okay, they spread them out. Looked like motion in the backfield. No call. And ball's mishandled out there by Fiddler.
Looks like the young man might have heard Unger coming after him.
Gehring hit him right on the hands with the ball, and Fiddler can't come up with it. He kind of turned his eyes upfield, didn't he?
You don't suppose Jake was saying anything to him? Like, here I come.
I'm coming to get you. That'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Streaks. Ball on the Blue Streak, 31.
Well, we're seeing something we haven't seen from the Blue Streaks for a while in this shotgun. I don't remember the last time we saw them run anything like that, years past.
And they complete the play. The receiver brings it back towards the center of the field. That was Fruth on the carrot. And give him, let's say, 6 yards on the play. Bring up 3rd and 5. 3rd and 4, long 4.
Well, the Indian defense looks like it needs to settle down a little bit. They looking a little confused out there when Archbold goes into the shotgun, and just got to pin your ears back and get after them.
Okay, the Streaks spread it out, and this time Gehring on the keeper. He gets out ahead. He's going to be brought down by Martinez, but not after he rips off about a 12-yard gain on the carry.
Big first down play for the Blue Streaks.
So the Streaks spread the offense on the field, and Gehring tucks it down and takes it right up the middle. So Indians DBs got a lot of responsibility tonight, trying to cover those receivers, but still you got to guard against that run, that delayed run up the middle. And we got a flag on the play. It looked like motion on the Streaks. Somebody took off a little bit early.
And the call.
And illegal procedure against the Blue Streaks. We'll back them up 5. Down will still remain first. And it takes it back into Archbold territory across the midfield stripe. Downing, Garcia, and Fiddler are split out wide.
Well, John's going to make him stop this, or he's just going to keep it going.
Gehring with the pump. He had pump fake. He had Downey out here on the near sideline, but overthrows him. So 2nd and 15 for the Streaks. Let's see if the Indians can hold for 2 more downs here. Streaks once again split 3 out wide to the left. Gehring looking to throw, and holy cow, Jack Downey was about to get his bell rung, and he knew it.
He sure was. Unger's been creeping up on him each time he comes out like that.
Unger if he had another step, had a shot at an interception on the play. First game of the season, Indians went up against that type of spread offense over at Fairview and came out winners in a high-scoring affair. Okay, Gehring back to throw out of the shotgun, puts it downfield, and nobody home for the Streaks. Zach Garrell, the nearest player to the ball, so that's going to bring up 4th and 15 for the Streaks, and they'll bring out the punt team here. Martinez back deep to receive.
Unlike Rex, I don't think John's going to go for the fake and try to go for the first. If this is Liberty, I might expect Rex to give it a try.
Yeah, there'd be no doubt in my mind. Okay, Red gets it out of there, almost blocked. Good pressure put on by the Indians, but they ran into the punter, and the flag comes out. So Indians commit the cardinal sin on 4th and 15 and run into the kicker. We'll see. I don't know if there's two different running into the kicker or roughing the kicker penalties as there is in the pros. We're going to have to get a rule book, Mark. You know what?
There's rules in this game?
Okay, that's only a 5-yard penalty, so there is a dual variety of penalties on that play. So Blue Streaks decline. They'll just take the punt.
Well, plenty of time in the half yet. Indians could eat up a lot of clock and put some points on the board with a nice drive.
6:37 to go in the first half. We're tied up at 7 apiece. Aaron Emmons. And he's going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Should have gave it to Myers. Of course, that's a little.
Indians saw that work earlier and thought they'd try that again, but big number 54 for the Blue Streaks was there waiting.
Unger runs right into the tackler.
Dusty Hamilton on the stop.
4-yard loss on the play, brings up 2nd and 14. They're going to give it to Myers up the middle, spins off a couple of tacklers and gets it over the 20, out to the 21.
He got back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's going to be just short of the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 11 for Wauseon. Garrow splits out wide to the left. Unger in the slot. And Emmons is going to keep it back, looking back to throw, looks upfield, throws it downfield. He's got Unger out there. And Unger makes, did not make the grab. Official right there saying Jake trapped it, but what a nice play by Jake Unger.
Aaron had to do all he could to keep from getting nailed, and he got that ball off beautifully.
And there you see it hit the ground, but what an effort by Jake Unger. Just couldn't come up with it. But a nice throw. I tell you, Emmons throws a nice deep ball.
He really does.
Okay, standing back by midfield to receive the punt is Fruth. And Fruth is going to catch it at the 44-yard line, and he's going to be brought down right at the midfield stripe.
3 Indian tacklers there to stop him. Boy, would that have been a nice completion for the Indians on that.
Unger and Badenhop on the tackle.
I think that would have probably been the longest pass play from scrimmage for the Indians this year.
I think you're right. Okay, Streaks go back to that tight formation. Gehring hands it off.
Nothing.
And not much there. Fiddler the ball carrier. Short gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 9. 4:47 to go here in the first half. We're tied up at 7 apiece if you're just joining us. On what's probably the Indians' last home game of the season. Gehring's going to keep it, and Shirey on the tackle, but he drags Shirey for about another 3 yards after the initial contact. Give him 7 yards on the carry, bring up 3rd and 2.
Bob didn't get squared up. Kind of got him from the side and he drug him a little bit.
Okay, 2-back set. Give goes to Skyver, and he's hit at the line and stopped.
Like to see the Indian defense play like that.
No gain on the play. We're probably in 4-down territory here for the Streaks.
Aaron Emmons filled the hole, and that was
Well, we've seen a quarterback sneak earlier in the contest. Indians need to get up to the line here. Gehring brings him up. Puts Fiedler in motion, and they're going to pitch it to Garcia. He's going to try the corner. He's got the first down. Takes it down to the Wauseon 35.
That's just some old-style Downey football. Student body left.
Tell you, Garcia's got some pretty good speed. He hit that corner fairly quick.
Well, the Indians need to stiffen up the defense here and stop these guys.
About time for a turnover. Garcia goes in motion. There's a fumbled snap. Gehring picks it up and gets ahead for a couple yards on the carry. Makes something out of nothing. Well, there's our chance for a turnover. Give Gehring 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and 8. Clock starting to be a factor here. 2:29 to go in the first half. Gehring under center. Hands to the first back through to Skyver.
We got to get down around that guy's knees or shoulder tackling. It's just not getting it done.
Yeah. Skyver finally brought down by Martinez, but not until he gets the first down on the carry. And he's got to toughen up here. Clock stops with the moving of the chains at 2:15 to go. Now they crank it up.
Skyver's only listed at 5'7", but they show him at 195 pounds, so he's a little bit much to stop by grabbing a shoulder pad.
Okay, Gehring pitches it to Garcia, and a nice open field tackle by Ray Martinez to hold him to a 4 or 5 yard gain. So Blue Streak's getting around on the corners on the Indians tonight.
Well, the Indian D's just got to fire it up a little bit and decide that they're going to put a stop to these. I really think they're a much better team, defensive team, than they can stop them if they put their minds to it.
Okay, trips left. Yoder split out wide to the left, and Gehring on the keeper, and not much running room there.
That wasn't going that time.
Indians stop him for a short gain on the play, give him less than a yard. We'll bring up 3rd and we'll call it 4. Clock on the move, just a little over a minute to go, 1:07 here in the first half. Both teams have their full complement of time outs. Archbold just taking their time, no big hurry here.
Well, they got a guy that can kick the ball.
Gehring back to throw. Gets it out there to Skyver, and he's I didn't think he made it out of bounds. The official waves to stop the clock.
Yeah.
I believe Unger got him tackled in bounds.
Well, that kind of hurts.
Takes it inside the 10 down to the 7.
Clock's moving again. Come on, defense, step it up.
1st and goal for the Streaks. They give to Garcia.
How about a hold back there?
And Garcia is in for the score.
Boy, I think Mueller got held big time. No flag, but he's dang near tackled.
We'll check it out on the replay right after the extra point kick here. Zimmerman to attempt the extra point kick. And kick is just squeaked through the right upright. Didn't get much on that one, but he squeaks it through. With 28.5 ticks on the clock. Yeah, it looked like Mueller was getting held there, but
no call. My goodness, no wonder he's so wide open. Tackled by Fiedler. Or Fiddler.
Let's see if the Indians can bounce back here. They've got a little less than half a minute to work with. They trail now 14-7. Be a nice time to run one back, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Zimmerman to do the kicking. Martinez and Unger back deep.
You want to stun the crowd a little bit more? Watch the onside.
And it's going to be taken by Unger at the 10.
Everybody
out to the 20. He's got a running lane up the middle. Needed to get a stiff arm that time on Gehring. Gehring held his ground and made a sure tackle. Otherwise, we'd have saw it get ran back there.
One man to beat. Let's watch it again.
And it opened up nicely in the middle. And he could see Jack Downey out of the corner of his eye coming up on his right, too, so he really couldn't head to the sidelines there. Okay, 22 seconds to go here in the first half. Back to throws Emmons. He puts it out there. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer call.
Wow.
Jake Unger, the ball carrier, and the intended receiver, and he was tackled. That's only going to be a 15-yard penalty, I think, from the line of scrimmage. And it's probably the smart play if you're burnt.
Yeah.
Especially with this much time left. This much time left in the half.
That's what they teach you to do.
But if we run that a couple more times, we'll be down scoring position. So Indians will have it.
He'd give it another shot. Apparently, he's burned him once on it.
Indians will have it 1st and 10. Ball at the Archbold 41-yard line, and Wauseon is going to take their first time out here. Archbold still has 3 timeouts remaining. And Indians trail at this point in the game with 17 seconds left in the half, 14-7.
Painful. That was the senior on that stop for the Blue Streaks.
Speaking of seniors, let's run down that list while we've got a timeout here. The guys playing their possibly their last home game here at Harmon Field. Number 1, Ray Martinez. Number 4, Aaron Emmons. Number 9, Zach Garrell. 21, Jake Unger. 26, Corey DeGroff. 31, Robert Shirey. 44, Brad Myers. 51, Justin Holgrave. 52, Josh Duncan. 53, Joe Amos. 56, Seth Schroeder. 58, Tony Hansen. And 60, Jake Garvin. 71, Matt Lance. 72, Tim Burkholder. 81, Dustin Osborne. And 88, Adam Such.
17 seniors on the Indian football squad this year.
And they all got their work cut out for them tonight against a determined Archbold Blue Streak team. Okay, Emmons back to throw. Has time. He's it out there. He's got Martinez. And Martinez is, oh my, might have been interfered with. He got hit just as the ball got there.
Sonnenberg bumping him all the way down there. Had him burnt again. Sonnenberg's a senior and been playing that position a little bit.
And nice toss that time out there by Emmons. He threw that ball almost 50 yards in the air, and I'm sure that was all he had.
And I thought they took the bump and run out.
Got hit just after the ball went by.
Go for it again, Indians.
Okay, Unger splits out wide to the left. Garrow to the right. Martinez and Myers in the backfield. Myers got some running room. He's out across the 20.
Get out of
bounds.
Takes it. Get out of bounds.
Oh, down 2 inside the 10-yard line with 3.6 seconds left. They stopped the clock for the first down. They'll move the chains. I don't think he got out of bounds. Score right here would be huge, and the Indians alertly call timeout. Use their second timeout.
That's a good timeout to take by the Indian coaching staff. Nice run. Good call on the play.
Well, Indians have time for one, possibly two plays here.
It's going to be tough to get two, and they're going to have to call them both now.
Barring a defensive penalty that would give the Indians an extra play.
We'll take that.
Myers takes the ball down inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. So Indians trying to tie it up here right before the half.
That'd be a great momentum switch for the Indians.
This game's turning into a classic NWOAL matchup. And Archbold they're having a dismal season. They come in 1-6.
You wouldn't know it from the way they're playing.
No, you wouldn't. Wauseon came into this game heavily favored, and the Blue Strings are giving them all they want tonight. Okay, Emmons lines up in the shotgun.
First shotgun we've seen for the Indians tonight.
And this will be the final play of the first half. Mealer's got it out there. Touchdown! Yes! Elliott Mealer!
Beautiful.
Nice catch by Elliott Mealer. He laid out there, and holy cow, just what the Indians need to score right before the half. No time left on the clock.
Nice call by the Indian coaching staff. Well executed by the Indian offense. Boy, you talk about a big play.
Indians started this drive with less than 30 seconds on the clock, I believe. Okay, here's the important extra point kick by Unger. Kick is up, and it's good.
I think I just saw Mr. Momentum throw on a red jersey and come back to this side of the field.
Whoa, Nelly.
Beautiful.
And here it is. Mealer lays out. Oh, and catches the back of the ball.
Kept his eyes on it.
That was just a nice throw and a nice catch.
That's the way to do it.
With 3.8 seconds left on the clock. So Indians answer the score by the Blue Streaks to tie it up 14 apiece at the half.
How about that?
Woo! We will take just a little short break and try and have some first half stats for you. Okay, we're back. We've got some first half stats for you. Rushing went like this for the Blue Streaks. Garcia carried it 7 times for 35 yards. Skyver 6 times for 25. Gehring 6 for 33 for the Indians. Myers toted it 8 times for 87 yards. Martinez 4 for 57 yards, and Unger 2 carries for 4 yards. In the passing department, Gehring had 4 completions on 9 attempts for 62 yards with 1 TD. Emmons for the Indians was 1 for 5 for 8 yards, but that was a big one. Big toss right before the half to Elliott Mealer for an 8-yard TD. Total yards, pretty even, Mark. 164 for the Streaks, 157 for the Indians. And we are knotted at 14 apiece on the board.
Year after year after year. They seem to play tough. No matter what the records are.
Yep, throw the records out. This is a rivalry game.
It sure is.
It's much like Patrick Henry and Liberty Center.
Montpelier Bryan.
Swanton and Evergreen.
Swanton Delta. Yeah, it's a big league rivalry. But how about Mr. Momentum coming over to Wauseon sideline there with no time left on the clock at the end of the half? I hope he stays over here. We get the second half underway.
That's what we've been trying to do for...
Okay, Indians had won the toss to start the game and elected to receive, so they'll be kicking off here to start the second half. Myers tees it up. He'll do the kicking. Back deep to receive is Garcia, Fiddler, and Downey. Low kick going to be taken by an up back. And he gets through the first wave of defenders out near midfield. And that's number 28 for the Streaks. Josh Ross, the ball carrier.
Stopped by Shirey for the Indians. Well, pretty fun first half of football. Maybe not like we like to see it on the board, but it was fun to watch.
Okay, Gehring's going to hand it off to Garcia. Short gain on the play, give him a couple of yards on the carry. Make it 2nd and 8. Credit Tim Burkholder for the tackle.
Good job, Tim Burkholder. Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments both coaching staffs made here during halftime, and
see if the Indians can seal off that corner. Okay, Gehring hands it off first back through. That's Garcia. He's going to be tackled around the ankles by Emmons. 4-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd and 3 for the Streaks. Ball at the Wauseon 44-yard line.
Be a big stop here for the Indians if they could shut the Blue Streak offense down right now and force them to punt.
Okay, Fiddler goes in motion. Pitch goes to Garcia, and he's out. Has enough for the first down. Gets taken out of bounds.
Aaron Emmons just about caught him in the backfield. That would have been a nice stop.
It's what the Indians need to do. They need to crash in on those corners and don't let that back get out of the backfield.
Garcia is showing nice speed to the outside for the Blue Streaks.
5'9", 160-pound sophomore. Okay, Streaks have it 1st and then 10. Ball on the Indians 42. Goes to Fiddler for a short gain on the play. Brought down by Jake Unger.
Well, Jake's having a pretty nice defensive game. Well, nice game all the way around.
Had that pass interference penalty to set up the Indians score right before the half. Big 15-yard interference penalty where he's tackled by the Archbold defense. Garcia goes in motion. Little delayed handoff.
Kind of a counter
to
play.
Skyver.
Blue Streak offensive line going right that time. Kind of a veer and came back across the grain.
Hograve with the tackle for the Indians. 3rd and 4. Ball on the Indians' 34-yard line. We're tied up 14 apiece, 9:34 to go here in the second half. Or in the 3rd quarter. Skyver with the ball.
Skyver runs hard.
Puts his head down and just moves those little legs. He's kind of a fire plug.
I mean, yeah, he's only listed at 5'7", but he's been around for 4 years now, and like you said, 195 pounds and like a fire plug.
Looks like the Blue Streaks have came out working hard on the running game here in the second half. Kind of giving up on the passing game for the moment. Fiedler goes in motion, give goes to Garcia, and not much running room there for him on first down. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard gain on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 9. Yards start to get a little tougher down on this end of the field.
Indian defense likes to bend a little, but they get a little tougher when they get down this way.
Okay, Gehring under center. Back to throws. Gehring throws it late over the middle, and oh my, the tight end.
Split the defenders in the end zone, and it was open.
Dan Yoder on a post pattern. And Gehring had time to throw. Indians didn't get enough pressure on Gehring there. And he just runs the post. Okay, Zimmerman to kick the extra point here. Snaps good, holds good. Low kick, but it's good. 21-14. We got us a classic going here, Mark.
Wow. Take that opening kickoff of the second half, march it right down.
Just a big pass play from Gehring to Dan Yoder. Hit him on the post.
Dan's one of the taller guys on the team at 6'2". He's a senior. He's been here before. Ran that one like he's run it more than once.
So with 8:24 to go here in the third quarter, Archbold takes a 7-point lead, 21-14. And Zimmerman will tee it up. Back deep to receive for the Indians are Unger and Martinez. Got a pair of Huners in front of them, standing at the 20. And it's a short kick.
Get on it and lay down,
around,
boys.
and the Indians are just going to cover it up inside the 25. Dustin Osborne got his hands on it early, but couldn't quite find the handle. So Indians will set up shop at their own 24, have it 1st and 10 from there.
Well, let's see if the Indian offense can do like they did in the second half. Like to see us eat some time off the clock.
About time for Martinez to break one long. And he gets the give, and he's hit immediately. Gets a couple yards on the carry.
Stacked up by Zach Zimmerman, middle linebacker for the Blue Streaks.
Pretty good hit put on by Zimmerman. Make it 2nd and 8.
Zach's a 185-pound senior for the Archbold.
Okay, Myers and Martinez in the backfield. And give goes to Myers. Got some running room up the middle, and he's out near the first down yardage. He's going to be about a yard short on the carry. Brings up 3rd and a yard. Schroeder brings in the play from the sideline. Well, Myers looked pretty good on that run. Let's give it to him again here. Big hole up the middle, might have a quarterback sneak called. No, they're going to give it to Myers. He's stacked at the line, but gets a first down on his 2nd effort. The way the defense lined up that time, Mark, I thought maybe we'd see Emmons just pull it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
pull the
to
snap and just take off up the middle.
See Aaron call his own number on something like that.
Because they're shading off the center.
Well, if they're going to give it to us, they'll pick up on it, and hopefully Aaron will take off.
And they're lined up that way once again here. With the big middle linebacker in there, and Zimmerman. Martinez, the ball carrier, tripped up.
Shoestring tackle.
Tripped up, but not after a 7-yard gain on the carry. Give him 6 on that. Bring up 2nd and 4 for Wauseon. Both teams coming out here in the second half just trying to grind it out. Unger splits wide to the far side. Garrow to the near side. Martinez and Myers in the backfield. Myers gets a carry and gets tripped up early. Not much of a gain there on the carry. We'll give him half a yard on it. Bring up 3rd and 3. 5:53 to go here in the third. We are at 21-14 Blue Streaks. A lot of game left. Don't anybody go away.
I'm not seeing Dana Demeline anywhere around after that injury earlier.
Martinez has the corner, and he's out. Has enough for the first down.
Tripped up a little bit by Zach Zimmerman.
It's going to be brought down from behind by Tyson Fruth. Fruth, a familiar name here in Wauseon. Larry Fruth, longtime coach of the Indians.
Be his grandson, I believe.
And I'm thinking Larry, last few years, Larry has been helping out over there coaching the Streaks.
I'm not sure if he's still there or not.
Emmons drops his mouthpiece. That's got to taste like grass now. And back to throws Emmons. He's got Martinez out there, and he makes the grab. Ray Martinez comes back for the ball. Catch. Goes through the defender and makes a shoestring catch right off of the turf.
Let's see that on the replay.
That's an amazing catch right there. Oh my, how did he make that catch?
I don't know that the official was looking at it all the way. It was right in front of it. How about Aaron getting rid of the ball, man, with a guy right in his face? That was impressive.
Heavy rush being put on by the Streaks. Okay, Indians have it 1st and 10, ball in the 32.
Oh, he's gone.
Myers is gone up the middle. He's going to go in untouched.
Oh, I want to see that on the replay.
Brad Myers.
Wide open in the middle of the defense for Archbold, and Zach Zimmerman playing the middle linebacker. They're just saying, you cover this area, and I don't know what happened to him, but he disappeared, and Myers was gone.
Indians went on a quick count. Might have caught him looking the other way or something on that play, but at any rate, Myers brings the Indians to within 1 with the extra point kick to come up here. Martinez to hold. Unger to do the kicking. Myers to do the long snapping. And it's a low kick. Oh my, that's huge. He comes up short. Just didn't get underneath that one. And Indians trail by 1.
Here we go. Myers just got blocked. Excellent offensive line surge for the Indians, and
if we can, guys, just run that by one more time, if we can see that one more time here before the kickoff, because there is some nice blocking right up the middle to spring Myers.
That offensive line executed that well.
(21-20), Indians trail by 1. But a lot of game left. We'll be going for 2 next time, I'm sure. Indians have struggled a little bit with that kicking game this year.
A little bit. Yeah, in the preseason, we were hoping that'd be one of the highlights this year. But it hasn't quite worked out.
We've struggled a little bit with our blocking and our snapping and holding and kicking. Okay, Indians draw within 1. This time Ray Martinez tees it up. Going to try his foot at his hand. I was going to say his hand at kicking, but you use your foot.
It'd be a good idea.
Okay, Garcia, Fiddler, and Downey back deep for the Streaks to receive. And Ray's going to squib kick it. Taken by one of the upbacks, and he smartly covers it.
I was wondering if the Indians might try that, if that was intentional, or I think they were trying to fool him a little bit.
Josh Ross for the Streaks pounces on it. Okay, Archbold set up shop at their own 32. 4:35 to go in the third quarter. Wauseon 20, Blue Streaks 21. Skyver and Garcia in the backfield. Fiedler goes in motion. Give goes to Skyver. First back through, and he gets ahead for a 7-yard gain on the carry. Indians defense is yet to find a solution to this Archbold offense here tonight. First half stats ended up pretty even in total yards. 164 for the Streaks, 157 for the Indians, and a tie score 14-14 at the half.
Sneak.
Gehring calls his own number, gets it out ahead, gets enough for the first down. They'll stop the clock, move the chains. Ball at the Archbold 44-yard line. Archbold comes in 1-6. I tell you, they're not playing like a 1-6 team.
They sure
are. They, Mark?
They don't look like it at all.
Giving the Indians all that they can handle tonight.
Only good things coming for the Blue Streaks, as young as they are.
Garcia, the ball carrier, fumble, ball's loose. Indians got it.
No, he says he's down.
Oh my, how could he be down?
Bad call by the official.
Oh no, we got to see that one again. They're going to say his forward progress was stopped.
No way.
I don't know.
The ball's on the ground.
That ball's just pretty loose, and his knees had not touched yet. But no instant replay. In high school ball, we got it up here in the press box, but we're the only ones that get to see it.
No breaks for the Indians.
Not yet. Okay, that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Streaks. They pitch it to Fiddler, and how did he even squirt through there? Gets it out ahead for about a 4 or 5 yard gain on the play. Made something out of nothing. One of the Streaks is down on the field. And we're looking at that fumble one more time. It was definitely out, and his knees were not down. Ball was punched out by Brian Badenhop, caused the fumble. And we're not sure who's down on the field for the Streaks. And while we got a chance, we'll thank our sponsors. The Wauseon Athletic Boosters help us out. Don's Automotive, St. Casper's Catholic Church.
Music Boosters.
Music Boosters, Wauseon Machine and Manufacturing.
Bill Hammondtree and Bill Fischio.
Wauseon Homecoming Committee.
We thank you all. We sure appreciate your time, your donations, and everything you do for INTV.
Okay. Mickey Brittenreicher is getting up a little slow. Number 77 for the Streaks.
Big Mickey comes in at 5'9", 192 as a sophomore.
Looks bigger than 5'9". Okay, going on a hard count is Gehring out to throw, gets it out to Skyver. And he's going to be brought down by Badenhop. Garrow had the initial contact. And Skyver gets ahead for the first down on the completion. What a game, Mark. Holy cow.
It's a tight one, isn't it?
We're seeing it all. We're seeing offense. We're seeing great plays on defense. Seeing great pass receptions by the Indians tonight. Kind of makes you think the team that has the ball last is going to win this one.
That very well may be the case.
Okay, Garcia goes in motion. They give it up the middle to Fiddler. He plows ahead for 3-yard gain on the carry. Make it 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Indians trail by 1, 20-21.
Well, I don't think we're going to see Dana Demeline any longer tonight. I see him down on the sidelines in his street clothes.
Got hurt in the first quarter on I believe it was on a kickoff.
Kick return. He's on crutches. Not a good thing.
Okay, Archbold calls their first time out here the second half. They've got 2 left. And kind of a little bit of a strange time for a timeout unless Coach John Downey didn't like the personnel they had on the field. Second down.
Well, I hope he's not looking for anybody any younger.
Second down and 7 for the Streaks. Ball on the Wauseon 37-yard line. Well, we're getting about time to start thinking about offensive and defensive players of the game. I'm going to do the offense tonight. You're stuck doing the defense. Of course, that might be the easier of the two. And we're going to have to wait till the final whistle blows to come up with these players, because a lot of football to be played yet tonight.
That's for sure.
1:49 to go here in the third. Whoops, and that's going to be a penalty. Mr. Garcia got a head start on the play. Now, if he'd turned up the line and went toward the sidelines, it'd be just okay.
But I think he was a little bit far across the line of scrimmage to be turning.
He'd have had to turn immediately.
And maybe back up a little bit.
Okay, 5-yard penalty moves it back to the Wauseon 42. Going to make it 2nd and 12. Streaks line up in a tight formation.
Indians get themselves a little takeaway now.
Gehring keeps it, and he's brought down by Shirey.
I think Shire's hurt on the play.
He's just rested. He's okay.
Oh, I hope you're right.
He might have got a stinger. He hit him pretty hard with his shoulder. And there he's going to get up. But when you get your head bent sideways like that, you got that shooting pain that goes down your arm all the way to your fingers. You get a little numb.
Yeah.
It stretches the nerves in your neck. And Indians need to get did they get a replacement out there for Shirey?
Elliot Mueller went in.
So Indians with 10 men on the field, or 11 men on the field now.
Let's see, Jumbo can come in and make a big play.
Okay, big down here.
That ball again.
3rd and 10 for the Streaks. They set Fiedler up in the eye. Garcia goes in motion. The pitcher goes to Fiddler, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down, but they're down in that 4-down territory area. It's going to be 4th and 2 to go for the Streaks, and I'm sure we'll see them go for it here.
Yep, Indians need to make the stop now. Now it's time to shut the door.
All right, fans on both sides of the field on their feet here. 42 ticks left to go.
Clock running.
In the third. Big 4th down play. It's going to be 4th and 3 for the Streaks.
They like to run that outside with Fiedler and Speed off tackle in this formation.
Fiedler in the eye, and it's Gehring on the keeper, and he's going to be stopped and dropped.
Get near and close to it.
Indians hold.
Nice stop by the Indians.
See who we had in there on the tackle for Wauseon.
That's as good as a fumble, but not.
Looked like
54 shot
Brian
for the
Baden.
Indians.
Brian Badenhop
Oh boy, Brian.
made the initial contact. So Streaks turn it over on downs. Indians offense back in business on their own 32.
We're spreading it wide, and we're going to go for, see if we can burn Sonnenberg again.
Give up the middle to Meyer. Gets that for a nice gain on first down.
12 seconds in the quarter. I don't think we're going to get another play off.
Not going to get it off. Wind isn't going to be much of a factor. We've got it blowing kind of out of the northeast the way it looks by the flags on the field. But just kind of a light breeze blowing. Should not really affect the passing game. So switching ends here shouldn't have much effect on Wauseon or Archbold. And both teams head to the sideline for the change of the quarter. Well, Indians, you think they might have just been looking past Archbold a little bit to next week with that big game over at Patrick Henry?
I think maybe they were or are. I hope that they made some adjustments at halftime to fire the guys up a little bit. Because next Friday doesn't mean nothing unless this Friday.
Yep, you got to win them one at a time, don't
you? You sure do. No, I don't want to take anything away from Archbold because they do look pretty good for a 1-6 team or 2-5.
Yeah,
but
they came to play tonight.
Yep. But the Indians just seem a little flat.
Yeah, this is their season right here. 21-20, Indians trail by 1 after a missed extra point on their last score. Handoff goes to Martinez. He's brought down immediately in the backfield by Lucas Cameron. 1 yard loss on the carry. So 3rd and 7. Ball just short of the Wauseon 35. One quarter of football left to play here tonight. And we got a throwback from Martinez to Emmons.
He kind of slipped a little bit.
He slipped a little bit, and the pass was a little bit short. Emmons had to come back for it, but boy, was he open on the play. That we make that connection, that goes for big yardage.
Well, Ray was kind of going off his back foot, twisting, instead of stepping into it. Yeah, that would have gone. Dang. If you're going to run them trick plays, you got to make them work.
Okay, Downey and Fruth back deep. Martinez with a punt. It's high kick. Ball turns over and gets a little Wauseon roll. It's going to be down at the 35 of the Blue Streaks. They'll have it from there, 1st and 10.
Well, defense is going to have to step up right now, get that ball back.
No chance for Fruth to return that one. The Indians coverage got downfield nicely. 10:33 to go. Indians trail by 1, 21-20. Okay, Gehring under center. Pitch goes to Fiedler. Still on his feet, gets ahead for a 2-yard gain on the play.
Anybody gets a good shot on Fiedler, they're going to break him in half. Again, it's not very big.
159 pounds, 5'7".
He has got some wheels, though.
Give him 3 yards on the carry. Brings up 2nd and 7. Archbold seeming to stray away from the passing game. Skyver goes in motion. And Give goes up the middle to, I believe it's Garcia. Fiddler, the ball carrier. 2-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Defense ready to step it up, I think.
Can't let the Streaks get outside on the corner. They've haven't really found a good solution for that tonight yet.
Pass.
Gehring to throw, and he's out on the corner, has the 1st down. So Indians struggling on that, trying to keep those backs contained in the backfield.
We got linemen chasing quarterbacks around the end. It doesn't work real well.
Okay, Archbold has it 1st and 10 from their own 48. We're going to see Gehring play for another couple of years. He's only a sophomore. 6'1", 185-pound quarterback. Garcia goes in motion, pitch to Fiddler. Cuts it back up the middle, and geez, how did he even get any yardage out of that? Give him a yard on the carry. He's elusive.
He sure is.
Hard to tackle. We'll give him a yard on the carry, bring up 2nd and 9. Clock's on the move with 8:18 to go in the contest. Indians looking to get the ball back. Gehring taking his time, milking the clock here. And they give it to Skyver up the middle, and Indians stuff him at the line, and he might have made a yard. Bring up 3rd and a long 7 for the Streaks. Fruth and Downey come in from the sidelines. We'll probably see the Streaks throw here.
Yep, I'll bet we will.
Indians need to contain Gehring in on the corners.
I think maybe our linebackers ought to back off a little bit and read a little bit. Give them a little more time.
Okay, Gehring in the shotgun. Has a receiver out there. First tackle is missed, and Downey's going to get enough for the 1st down on the run after the catch. Indians just not tackling.
No, that first man on him for the Indians seems to be getting juked, and he's picking up 1st downs.
Other than the one pass play on the post pattern that went for a touchdown, we really haven't seen Gehring throwing deep much.
No, he's throwing to the flats. So I don't understand if our linebackers are getting caught up inside by some of the blockers, or.
Okay, Skyver and Fiddler in the backfield. Fiddler gets the ball. Gonna check that. Garcia, ball carrier. Ball came out, but play blown dead. Give him 3 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 7. 6:49. Archbold Blue Streaks trying to eat up some clock here and try and get another score.
They eat up the clock. They get down close enough, and you see Zimmerman going for a field goal.
Yep, already in 4-down territory here. Ball on Wauseon 38.
Defense needs to bring a surprise.
Fiddler with the ball carry. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but falls ahead for 2 or 3 yards. 3rd and 4 for the Streaks. Have 2 downs to get 4 yards here. We're in 4-down territory. Indians D needs to make a couple big plays here.
Need a turnover. Had a turnover down about in this area. A few drives back, a couple possessions back, and didn't get it. Justice serves us right. We'll get one back.
Pitch goes to Garcia, cuts it back inside. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but falls ahead for a couple yards.
He got spun and picked up another 3 or 4 yards. Had to throw him backwards.
Well, here we are at 4th down, 4th and a long 2 for the Streaks. Indians had them in a similar situation earlier, got them to turn it over on downs.
Well, defense is going to have to make a stand. The Indian sideline trying to get the fans into the game, get them excited, make some noise.
Gary puts Garcia in motion, and the give goes to Skyver.
I think he stopped him.
I think he's going to be short. This might be a left foot or a right foot spot here. Let's wait and see. Indians think they held, and we're going to have an official timeout for a measurement.
I think they did. I think they held.
It's going to be close.
I think they held.
Let's make that chain longer here. Ooh, he did not make it.
Well,
short by the length of a football.
Here's our chance. 4:58 to go in the 4th. We got the ball.
Time for the drive.
The drive.
What a game. 20-21. Blue Streaks clinging to a 1-point lead.
Suppose we're going to have to come down here and kick a field goal. No time left.
That'd put the crowd into a frenzy, wouldn't it? I'd
putting my stomach into a frenzy just thinking about it.
Okay, Emmons on the quarterback draw. Yes! He's got it wide open at the 40.
Got a
30.
blocker.
Garrow out there throwing a block for him. He's down to the 10-yard line. Indians are back in business here with 4:46 to go here in the contest. Now have it 1st and goal. No, the ball spotted just outside the 10.
Took that from the
11.
32-yard line. What a play.
Garrow doing a nice job out there to avoid any kind of a hold or a penalty.
Had a blocker. The blocker played it just right. Danced with the defender instead of throwing on him.
And we've got one of the Streaks down on the play.
Makes me nervous. A lot of time on that clock.
Well, while we got a chance, maybe we could run a replay again here if we can get it back. And both teams headed to the sidelines to get water. And there we're looking at it again.
I tell you what.
Looks like if he'd have cut it outside Garrow, he'd have had 6. But this might work in the Indians' favor if they can take it in and score here and eat up some of this clock and not leave a whole lot of time for Archbold. But still quite a bit of time left on the clock. 4:46 to go in the game.
When you're watching this at home, might watch this play. I don't think we need to see it again, but it looked like Aaron completely turned around in the backfield and took off.
Yeah, was a design quarterback draw.
Well, he faked everybody out, that's for sure.
And that was Fruth that was down on the play. And he gets up and he's going to walk off.
Did he put his jock back on?
Oh.
He was twisting and turning.
Like I said, Garrow did a nice job of avoiding a penalty. A lot of times you'll see that defender turn his back and you happen to block him at the wrong time and you get a block in the back or a hold or worse yet, a clip. Okay, Indians have the ball on Blue Streak 11. 1st and 10. And we don't want to do anything at all here to lose any yardage. Pitch goes to Myers, going to try the corner. Runs over a tackler. Oh my. Down inside the 2.
Ran right over Sonnenberg.
That's going to be fun to watch again, and here we go. Puts a stiff arm on the first tackler and just a head-to-head shot. Sonnenberg's going to wonder where he's at.
Sonnenberg kind of fell the way he did when he was tackling Unger on that interference play. Only this time it was Myers.
He dropped him like a bad habit, like a sack of potatoes, like a sack of wet cement.
Wow.
3:43 to go. Clock on the move. Indians knocking on the door. Have it 2nd down. They can get a 1st down without scoring.
They got themselves a touchdown.
Myers takes it in.
They're going for 2.
Brad Myers on a 2-yard touchdown run, and we got to go for 2 here. And I tell you, I could run that play again with Myers. That opened up nicely for him.
That sure did. Indians taking a timeout.
Timeout. We're going to set up our best play here because we really need 2. Score at the moment, Wauseon 26, Archbold 21. This is shaping up really to be a classic. Archbold comes in with a 1-6 record. Had a win taken away from him at Evergreen due to an ineligible player that had transferred in, and understand there's some credits that it's not like college where credits don't transfer, but he didn't have enough credits to be eligible. And that was a game the Archbold Streaks had won on the field, I believe 14-7 over Evergreen, and had to give that one up. Thus the record of 1-6. They did not play a 10-game schedule this year.
I'm trusting that's a call from the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
I would imagine, and I'm sure that, it probably was called in by the Archbold coaching staff.
I would imagine so.
Okay, Myers and Martinez in the backfield. Under center is Martinez.
We got a flag on the play.
And we got a flag, might have illegal motion.
That's what I'm guessing where it was thrown at.
Illegal shift on the Indians. So this is going to make going for 2 a little bit tougher. Kind of back them up 5 yards. And I'll give it a shot from the 7.
I think Aaron calls his own number here.
Oh, I like the toss to our big tight end, Elliot Mueller. And as big as he is, I just let him go up and over the Archbold defender. Just toss it kind of high to him and let him work up in the air for it. Okay, Emmons under center. Back to throw, going to try the quarterback draw. And he tried to get it out of there. A good effort to attempt a pass.
Well, 3:34 to go. That Indian defense is going to step up now.
Okay, Indians have the lead now, though, 26-21. Field goal doesn't do Archbold any good. They're going to need a touchdown here, and they're going to have 3:34 to work with in the contest. Wow, what a game, man. We've seen it all tonight. Big run that time by Aaron Emmons on a quarterback draw to set up that score for Wauseon. Brad Myers taking it over from the 2 to regain the lead for the Indians. And right before that drive, the Indians made a big stop on 4th down.
Big stop. That was
to
the
get
game.
the ball back.
Got the ball back, and then Aaron had that big run.
A lot of game left, though, however. 3:34 to go. This time, Myers is going to kick the ball. Back deep, Garcia, Skyver, and Fiddler. And it's going to be taken by one of the upbacks. And he's brought down from behind by Burkholder. A little bit of help from Huner. So they'll spot the ball just over the 35 of the Streaks. And Garcia's limping off the field. He got hurt on that play.
Oh, that's going to hurt the Blue Streaks.
And that's going to hurt the Streaks'
sure.
chances here. He's been a big part of their offense tonight. But I'm sure we're going to see him come out throwing here. They split Yoder out wide to the near side. Trips on the left. Out of the shotgun. Gehring going to pull it down and run up the middle. The Indians will let him do that. That'll keep the clock running. 4-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 6. Ball just over the 40-yard line of the Streaks. Archbold with 2 timeouts left. Wauseon with 2. Indians haven't thrown the Streaks for too many losses tonight.
No, they haven't.
They've got positive yardage on almost every down. Pitch goes to Fiddler, trying that left side and gets ahead for a short gain. We'll give him 2. Bring up 3rd and 3 for the Blue Streaks. 2:38 to go. Clock is on the move. Look for the Streaks. They've liked throwing that ball out in the flat, and they need to get it out of bounds here to slow the clock up.
Pretty tight inside.
Gehring lines up under center. Back to throw. Rolling out. Oh, there's a clip. No call. Blocking the back. How can they miss that?
I'm telling you, this is one of the poorest officiating crews we've seen all year.
Oh, my. I believe it was Unger that gets clipped out here. Right there. Well, he caught him on the side. That's a good no call. Emmons finally with the tackle. Gehring gets the ball over midfield. Just over the midfield stripe. 2:04 with the clock on the move.
See the defense stepping up now.
Trips left, Yoder to the right. Back to throws Gehring. Throws over the middle and just out of the reach of the intended receiver. That was Fiddler. Zach Garrow on the coverage for the Indians. Gehring threw it just a little bit high. And Fiddler had to go up for it. It's going to make it, stops the clock on the incompletion. 2nd down and 10. Ball just over the midfield stripe. 1:52 to go. Streaks send trips out to the left. Gehring back to throw, has time, finds a receiver. And he's got it out ahead for the 1st down, gets it down to about the 34-yard line of the Indians. Clock stops while they move the chains. Archbold quickly up to the line as they wind the clock. Man in motion. Gehring is going to pitch to Fiddler. He's brought down from behind by Emmons on the tackle. 2-yard gain on the play. Archbold going no huddle. 1:18 to go. Clock on the move. And we've got a timeout. Blue Streaks. That takes them down to where they've only got 1 timeout left. Streak's going to have to work the sidelines with that pass or run it out of bounds. or keep getting first downs. Well, it's
Or get intercepted or fumble.
It's about
That would work.
It's about time for either Unger or Martinez to pull down an INT. What do you think?
That would work for me.
Or Garrow. What a nail biter.
And make it a little easier to pick a defensive player of the game.
Ooh.
You know, twice tonight the Indians stepped up when they had to and shut down the offense, the Archbold offense, and got the ball back on downs. Both times it was important that they did that, and they got it done. Now it's the third time, so. And they're due to recover a fumble or an interception.
Okay, Gehring in the shotgun, throws it out here to the man on the flat. He's going to be tripped up, stayed in bounds. Stayed in bounds. Initial hit was by Emmons.
You got about a minute.
Unger comes up and makes the tackle. Clock on the move, under a minute to go, 55 seconds. 3rd and 3. Gehring back to throw. Ball tipped at the line. It looked like Borton might have got a hand on it. And the clock stops on the incompletion. That brings up fourth down and 4. This could be our game right here with 48 seconds to go. Indians with a lead, clinging to a 26-21 lead.
Well, they don't get much more exciting than this.
This has been a classic matchup of two NWOAL rivals.
Indian defense needs to step her up, get some pressure, and get the coverage.
Streak spread the field. Gehring back to throw. He's got a man out there off his hands, and that could be the game right there. He had it for the first down, and it bounces off his hands. Jack Downey, the receiver, and he's going to see that one in his dreams for the next 50 years if he should live so long.
That's one that, yeah, that's one you remember.
Big 4th down play. So Streaks have one timeout left, 43.6 seconds left on the clock. Indians really can probably just take a knee here. Emmons under center, burns off a little more clock, and he drops back and takes a knee. Streaks call their final, no, don't call their final timeout. They might just let this one go. With 28 ticks left on the clock, Wauseon's going to bring it up here. No need to rush it. Emmons drops back, takes a knee. And Archbold's just going to let it go. They're not going to use their final timeout. They're going to just concede.
Wow.
Concede the loss, but holy cow, what a barn burner we saw tonight. Indians scoring right before the end of the first half on an 8-yard pass play from Aaron Emmons to Elliot Mueller. Nice grab by Mueller. We watched on the replay. He caught the back of the ball, Mark.
Big play, big play. We thought momentum had come home to stay on the Indian bench. Back and forth the second half.
I'll tell you, this was a little more of a game than what we thought we'd see tonight coming in. And
yeah, we talked about it earlier in the week. We thought maybe the Indians would dominate pretty much the whole game, and as the week grew, we thought maybe it'd get a little tighter and tighter, but I don't think either one of us were expecting it to be quite this close, but not really surprised.
I tell you, a lot of respect both these teams have for each other. You can kind of tell as they go through the line and shake hands. It's not the quick slap, hi, how you doing? Yeah, good game, good game. These guys are talking to each other and paying each other some respect.
Yeah. Well, that's a big win for the Indians. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, well, it's player of the game time. But right before I do that, I want to thank our cameraman tonight, Paul McDonald. On the replay machine, we had Derek Stieritz and Brian Sheckelhoff. Sorry we didn't get your name out there sooner, guys. We were just all wrapped up in this game. It was such a tight one. What do you think? Defensive player of the game for the Indians.
I tell you what, I wish I could give it to the whole defense for the two stops they had when they needed to shut it down and take over on downs. It'd be great. Man, it's tough to pick just one individual tonight because they all contributed. I just got to give the whole defense heads up with kudos for those two big stops, man. I can't pick on fourth down. Shut them down. Got the ball back when we needed to.
Okay, on offense, it was tough pick tonight because, as you said, it was pretty much a team effort. But I thought Brad Myers played one of his better games of the year. He's been playing hurt on a sore ankle all year long, and he toughed it out tonight and got the winning score for the Indians. So I'm going to give Brad Myers offensive player of the game honors.
Congratulations, guys.
Okay, Wauseon's going to take their record to 7-2 with a big game on the road next week over at PH. Everybody get out there and get over there and support the Indians.
Well, we won't tell anybody what I said at the beginning of the year about that game, but you know who I'm picking. And you know, I really didn't think the Indians would have the two losses going into that game, but I don't think it matters anymore.
Okay, our final score, Wauseon 26, Archbold 21. Wauseon takes a record of 7-2 with one game regular season remaining, and Archbold falls to 1-7. But I tell you, they're the best 1-7 team we've seen all season, without a doubt.
No.
They gave the Indians all they could handle tonight.
They sure did.
I'm glad we were playing at home. Well, till next time, for Mark Ellenwood, I'm Steve Haas, saying we'll see you down at the ballpark.
Good night, everybody.